Oh, hi. Sorry, you just caught me reading one of my favorite comics there. Welcome to the Mark Makes Comics YouTube show. Yes, we're live. It's Freestyle Friday. It's Friday, May the 8th, and it's a very special day, as well as it being VE Day here in the UK, celebrating 75 years since the end of World War II, I believe. That's correct. Hopefully, history I've got it actually right. But we're celebrating. As well as that, it's actually on Monday. It was May the 4th. Okay, typically known as Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. However, I don't do a live show on May the 4th. I don't. I didn't do it on a Monday. I don't do them on a Monday. I do them on Wednesdays and Fridays. And I thought, why not celebrate that other spectacular Star Wars day, May the 8th? May the 8th be with you is actually the lesser known companion to May the 4th. So here we are, May the 8th. May the 8th be with you, the second installment of Star Wars Day this year. Every day, in my opinion, should be Star Wars Day. You should celebrate the joy of Star Wars in some way, shape, or form as much as possible. Now, I am down here, and if anybody's watching, I've yet to have any comments. Now, hopefully, the comments are live, because on Wednesday, the comments were not live. So can anybody who's watching make a little comment, because I'm currently getting nothing. I'm going to do hello, and let's see what happens. We could do with somebody, because otherwise the all request show is all going to go a little bit crazy. And there's not going to be any requests, which is going to be interesting. Because yes, today, as always, the Mark Makes Comics show is brought to you by the amazing people at the Lakes International Comic Art Festival. They are fantastic folks, and this coming week, next week, they're going to have an amazing announcement, a very exciting thing that they're going to be sharing. So yeah, look out for that if you're a fan of them. And oh, there we go. Hi from Niv. There we go. We can relax. The comments are working. Fantastic. Hello, Niv. And yes, so as always, we're supported by these fine folks. And thank you once again for sharing with me your drawings. Following on from on Wednesday, we did which kind of led into this. It was create a space scene. It was space adventure, and we created a space scene. We built it from just a spaceship upwards to spaceships and planets and all these kinds of things. So there was lots of amazing things going on in that picture, and I hope that inspired you. I saw some of the drawings that you did straight afterwards. Your parents were sharing them with me. They were great. I really like seeing those. So yeah, I really like seeing those drawings of the space scene, and then how you then took that space scene and did other things with it. Because I said to you, you can draw this spaceship your way, or you can add to it in different ways, and that's what it's all about. I'm just here to give you ideas to do stuff, and then you take them off and make them your own. The same ways with the little demos. Now, this week I haven't unfortunately uploaded any new demos, but next week I'll definitely be doing that. I think I've got a couple of ideas for those. So hopefully next week there'll be some new demos online as well at the channel, so you can watch this show again and watch the others again. But the demos are always quite cool, because they're like a little 7-minute demo. You can just watch it in your own time, and we just do one thing. So I think next week I'm going to be here you go, spoiler alert, I'm going to be doing a skateboarding skeleton. Let's draw a skateboarding skeleton, and let's draw a space horse. Now, I did that a couple of weeks ago, but the video didn't work and it didn't upload, so I've already done it, but I've got to do it again, so that's why the delay. Let's draw a space horse. So yes. Now, let me just have a few hellos. Yes, we've said hello to Niv. Hi, Mark. Thanks for comics. Love Barnaby and Joss in Ambleside. That's my pleasure. And hi, Mark. James with like a hairy chicken. Is that just a request in life, or is that what you'd like me to draw? Now, the thing is, James, if you tuned in on Wednesday, you will know that because this is May the 8th, the second installment of the Star Wars celebration, we are taking it all. Freestyle Friday is going to be consumed by Star Wars characters. I want you to challenge me to draw Star Wars characters, and then we're going to have a challenge back like that. And if you're not a Star Wars fan, if you're crazy, okay, then throw me another sci-fi character, or even an idea of a science fiction character. So we're talking Star Wars sci-fi, okay? So anything science fiction, anything space, but primarily Star Wars related, to celebrate May the 8th, okay? Now, as we also know, so please, you make sure if you can like and subscribe to this channel. there's a little comments. Well, you can comment on currently at the moment on this side, right? But afterwards, you can comment down at the bottom, and you can do a like. You can subscribe. If you subscribe, you get a little notification, a little ding on your phone to tell you that it's about to go live and stuff like that. And if there's a new video, you posted something new, so you'll never miss out. And also, yeah, so you can do that. And please share this channel around for as many people as possible. Next week, we don't know what's happened, but things might start changing a little bit. But I'm going to be here still. We're still going to be, until you guys go back to school, we're still going to be here. And even afterwards, I'm going to carry this going and possibly move this to a different day, to a Saturday or something like that. So this is not going to stop. But that's, who knows what's going to happen just yet. But as long as we're all staying well, staying safe, that's the most important thing. So, yes. And as you know, you can find me on all social media as Mark Makes Comics. That's Mark with a C, M-A-R-C. That goes for everything. It runs the whole gamut. There's a word. The whole gamut of social media. Everything. You find me at Mark Makes Comics, Mark with a C, M-A-R-C. And you can also find my Etsy shop where you can buy comics, and I do a one safe delivery to the trip to the post office, one safe trip to the post office on a Sunday. So you're in time. If you wanted a comic for next week, you've still got time. You could order them straight after this show. Or if you're drawing and your parents are wandering around with nothing to do, they've got nothing to do. Some of these parents say, go to Mark's shop and just start clicking. Yeah, I love that, I love that, I love that, I love that, and just keep going. Okay, keep going until you just can't buy any more. That's my advice. Okay, right. So how about a hairy chicken in space or the Mandalorian? That's more like it, James. So yes, right. Let me have a think. Now, I had a couple of businesses to attend. I made a few announcements of a couple of people who've been watching from different countries. One for me, one for my homies. If you watch this show later in a different country, then please feel free to drop me a message. Let me know. Show me your drawings. And if you want a little shout out on the show, then I'll do it. Obviously, you're not watching it live because of the time difference. But if you'd like a shout out, then please, 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 please drop me a message and we can do that. Okay. Oh, excuse me 1 second. It's Friday. We do the call-ins, obviously. Hang on. Oh, hello. Oh, my word. It's George Lucas, ladies and gentlemen. Who'd have thought? George Lucas, how are you doing, George? George Lucas, the creator of Star Wars. Yeah, look, check it out. Look, he did that. This is him here, right there. Look at that. George, it's great to hear from you. You've been watching the show. George, I really appreciate that. That's really cool that you watched the show. You're a big influence on me, George. I did my comic Kings of the Galaxy. You know, George, don't you? I think I sent you a copy, but George has got one of those, yeah. Big influence on me, but you know that already. And also, I like to wear check shirts as well, and I have a beard. So it's almost like we're one and the same, really. George, okay. George has got in there early. It's typical George, isn't it? All right, okay. Right, okay. All right, George. George, you set me off first with the first challenge. We're going to go from George, and then we're going to hit the comments. So if you are watching, we've got some characters here watching. I want some Star Wars characters, okay? Right, George? Okay, yep, of course. May the 8th be with you, George. Take care. Bye-bye. George Lucas, unbelievable. Right, if you're drawing along, make sure you've got some paper, make sure you've got some pens in your suitable container. Shake your pens, okay? Make sure you've got a decanter nearby that you can decant your favorite tipple and a suitable receptacle. Fill her up, as they say. Okay, one for me, one for my homies. Now, remember, guys, this is driven by you today, so I want your comments. If you're watching, you've got to comment. You've got to tell me what you want. And so far, so good. It's got to be Star Wars characters. So, now, my good friend, Mr. George, George Clooney, I nearly said. He's also a good friend of mine. But I don't think George has rung in the show, actually. George, if you're watching, feel free to ring in, okay? My friend, George Lucas, wanted me to draw... Okay, he wanted me to draw Jar Jar Binks. Ha! No, he didn't. He wanted me to draw Yoda. Of course. Now, remember, we already know. Now, you can do this as well if you wish. So I'm going to get this primed and ready. Okay. Right. Let's get the old line in here. Coming across. Okay. And we're going to go with... Now, I'll also, you know, if you're watching on the show, but if you want to throw me a, I'm going with the comment section. It's a little light, I've got to say. Usually, guys, it's blowing up on a Friday. I don't know what's going down. We're having a few technical glitches or something like that. If we are, you can drop me a message on my Facebook, and we can do it that way as well. So remember what we always say. Oh no, hang on a sec. Just gone and just going to roll my chair over something important. So remember what we always know what we say. Nothing below the fish, nothing below the fish. Oh, and thank you to everybody who ordered Nothing Below the Fish t-shirt. They are now going to print. So you'll be getting those out in a couple of weeks. Everything's just taking a little bit of time. We're getting those. And there's going to be a new t-shirt design next week. Maybe even a couple of t-shirt designs. We talked on Wednesday about the famous phrase, who brought the eel to the party? So that might be one. So anyway, without further ado, let's think about positioning here. We always think about, you know, you plan it out, you kind of think what's going where. So I'm going to go first for my good friend George Lucas. I'm going to go with a Yoda. Obviously, I've done it that way. Yeah, and George would tell me off because I've done his ear that way, like that. And he'd say, well, why have you done that? So, because he kind of got a little moustache or little wrinkles. You know, you be the decider on there. He's got a wrinkly forehead. His ear's going there. But we've got one ear. We don't need to show both ears. We know that Yoda's got the big ears flying off like that. And because of the way I've drawn it and not really thought about it, that's what's happened. But that's fine. That's fine. So he's got his little. He has this like a little triangle thing with a thing like that. And let's get his hand. 1, 2, 3. And then he's got his little stick, and it's kind of just like it's kind of like you just kind of do it like that, okay? It's like this little curly bit of wood like that, okay? So, okay, now, okay, and then he's got his arm coming here like that, okay, and like that, and he's got his legs like that, and I always like, whenever I draw Yoda, because I've drawn him before, I've had requests for, draw Baby Yoda, I'm drawing Big Yoda, right? I might draw Baby Yoda as well in a second, hang on. We got I always liked him to be just sat on a kind of a rock. He just kind of sits down, doesn't he, and relaxes because he's old and he's trying to teach Luke the ways of the Force. But Luke's a bit, Luke thinks he knows it all. Thinks he knows it all already. Okay, so and that's Yoda there, and then let's do a little hand. And he's got his hand like that, and there he is, and he's using the Force. So let's just do a little twinkle here. That's how you draw the Force. Okay, right. But there's Yoda. Okay, so let's go back to. Now remember, guys, this is all requests Star Wars or space related. A fish wearing a space helmet. Okay, I'm going to do that one, and then I'm going to come back to my friend James and do that. So a fish wearing a space helmet. Basically, this is how a fish wears a space helmet. They wear it like this because basically the good thing about a space helmet is it's also like a fishbowl. So it's like a 2-in-1. So this is how a fish goes into space. He fills his space helmet. So this is the lid here at the top. He fills this bit with water, and then he fills it up, and then he can go into space in his own space helmet fishbowl, and that's how you do it. Okay, so or the Mandalorian, a hairy chicken in space, or the Mandalorian. Well, let's do the Mandalorian. Now, the thing is with the Mandalorian, he's quite serious. He's a little bit like Batman. Batman is so serious, and so you have to think serious. He's just so serious, okay? And the more you say serious, the more serious it is, obviously. Thanks for the comic books from Nivs, not a problem, okay? And then he's kind of got a cape kind of thing like this, and it kind of comes over his shoulder, and then the rest of it, you kind of just get really, because you think, well, what does he look like? He's got a little thing, he's a Boba Fett. Same style kind of as Boba Fett, because Mandalorian, that's what Boba Fett was. However, this guy actually hasn't got a name at this point. We don't know his name, or do we? I can't remember whether they actually revealed his name. And he's got this kind of like thing like that, and he's got kind of armor, and he's got a thing on his thing. He's got a symbol on here with some kind of little thing. And then let's do his he's got a blaster, okay? Because that's what all the guys and gals in Star Wars have. Well, unless they've got a lightsaber, obviously, but he's got a blaster. Which is quite a cool thing, and they kind of with like a ray gun kind of thing. I don't know how it looks, but let's say he's kind of smoking like that off there, like that, okay? Because he's just been in an epic battle with some space rascals, okay? The sort. And then he's coming in like that. Let's do his leg like that, okay? There we go. And he's got very skinny legs because that's how I draw him. He's got maybe a knee pad thing, and there you go, James. That is the Mandalorian from my friend James. How's that, James? That's all right. That's not too bad. I'm quite impressed with that. It's funny because when I look at them here, then when I turn to my screen, they're the other way around, and it all looks different, and it's just so weird. Right, okay. My word, we're a little light day. What's going on, guys? Is everybody out in the sunshine or something? Probably. Right, well, let's do a Baby Yoda. Let's do, Baby Yoda kind of sits in a bag like this with the Mandalorian. So that's kind of, but what I should have done was drawn the Mandalorian holding Baby Yoda, but I've not planned this out, and so, that's what happens. But Baby Yoda basically looks like this. So what we're going to do there, and he sits in there, and he's called Baby Yoda because nobody knows what make of creature, brand of creature Yoda actually is. So they just call him Baby Yoda, but it isn't actually Yoda as a baby. It isn't Yoda as a baby because this is set after Return of the Jedi, and Yoda already died. Okay, so right, there you go. All right, let's have a look. Let's get another pen. So I look at the Darth Vader drinking a cup of tea for Elizabeth. Very much in this celebration of VE Day. Maybe Darth Vader's got a scone as well to dunk in there. So let's have a think. So Darth Vader's here. We can see he's got his eyes right like that. Okay. I always glance back just to make sure that even though I know I can see it, whether you can see it, how it's coming out. So I always have a bit of a glance back. So there you go. Darth Vader's like that. And obviously Darth Vader has his helmet on. So it's always a tricky one to drink tea when you're Darth Vader. But, he's a Sith Lord. And so he does what he can. He figures it out. And then he's got his cup of tea. Now, let's have a think. When you hold your cup of tea, you have your little thing like that. And then you have your little finger like poking out, a little pinky finger. So let's have Darth Vader doing the exact same thing. And he's got his teacup like that. He's got his tea. And Darth Vader's teacup has got a flower on it, obviously, because, he's into the florals, the floral patterns and things like that. You know what I'm talking about, Vicky Mellor. And he's got his tea, and then he's got his scone. My scone. Bonus points if anybody knows what that line's from. My scone. Okay, if you know what that is, then you are pretty cool. Okay, so there'll be a bonus point if you know what that quote is from. And then we've got him down here, and again he's got his cape like that, and he's got his arm like that, and there he is. There's Darth Vader drinking a cup of tea with a little bit of a slurp. So remember, these guys, these are sound effects. The sound effects you pop out near the characters, whereas speech bubbles. So like Yoda would be saying, so Yoda says things backwards. So he says, "Help you, I would. Help you, I would." Okay, so if you can do a good Yoda impression, then that's always going to stand you well in life. You've got to get a few things in the bag. You've got to get a good Yoda impression, and you've got to be able to be a good dancer, and you've got to have a great singing voice, very much like I have. So yes, one for me, Rowan. One for my homies. He knows what I'm talking about. So there you go. Right, so we got a room here for one more here. Okay, still on the ground, guys, but it's okay. I can be left to my own devices. That's no problem. Maybe some of you are a little bit scared to say what you'd like me to draw. It's not like you guys. It's not like you. But I'm going to go for it here. Let's do a C3PO. Okay, we're going to do a C3PO. And I like drawing C3PO. Last year on May the 4th, it was actually a Saturday, and I was in Macclesfield Library. I live in Macclesfield, a great little place in the UK. And I went to the Macclesfield Library, and I was drawing. I had a little table, and if you came in, I would draw you a Star Wars character of your choice. So I perfected a few of my characters. This is the thing, I can try and figure out what most things look like, and try and do a hint of it. You don't have to get it exact. That's the whole beauty of cartoon drawing. But we know that we've been talking. This is what we've been talking about for the past. I think this is the 13th or 14th show. This is like the we're heading into week 8. So we've been doing this for 8 weeks nearly. So you guys know a lot of these things now. We know that when it comes to cartoon drawing, just do things in your way. You kind of if you're trying to do something really accurate, then that's fine. You know, you get a reference, but for something like this, where we're just trying to have a bit of fun, it's all about getting a hint of the character. Okay, right. Something else is coming in now, so let's have a look. We've got a C3PO, and then he has these kind of wires, things like that, and then he's down here, and then he's down there. There he is. Okay, I think this is a little bit different. On no, yeah, it's more of a circle, but I can't. Yeah, there you go. I did have a drawing of him nearby. I've got his face nearby. But yeah, that's all right. C3PO. Oh my, that's what he said. Okay, here we go. It's blowing up again. We love Darth. Thank you. A bounty hunter shooting a monster. Okay. Right, let's have a. Well, have we got room in here? What a fine array of Star Wars characters. Let's have a little look here. So we've got. Well, I tell you what. We've got one sneaking in. R2D2 drinking coffee from Barnaby. Okay. R2D2 drinking coffee. It's very much like C3PO, Darth Vader drinking coffee. Because obviously R2D2 has got no mouth. Something's blowing up. Something's blowing up there. Somebody's telling me where they live. You know, it's always nice to know where people live, isn't it? You know, if you've got friends, you're not quite sure whereabouts they are, but it's nice to know where they live. And there you go. It says R2 there, and he's drinking coffee. And I've not really thought this through because I got distracted by my phone. You never know who's going to call in, you see. So you've got to keep your eyes out on everything here. So R2 is drinking coffee, and he's drinking coffee with his special. R2 has these little things that come out here, and remember in Return of the Jedi, a little thing came out. The kind of came out. So what we're going to do, because I've not thought this through, we're going to have a cup of coffee here. R2's got a cup of coffee here. Can you see it? A cup of Joe. You know, it's not to be mistaken with a cyber coffee, which you could buy me on Ko-fi. You know, oh, let's throw that up there. Throw that up there. If you're enjoying this show, you enjoy what I do, and you want to read free comics as well as some other comics that are secret comics that only you can read if you go to this page, Ko-fi.com/Mark Makes Comics, Mark with a C. You can drop me a cyber coffee. Drop it like it's hot. And I can enjoy that at any time. And it's just a nice little way of supporting this channel and keeping it going. So that's what that is. But that's not what R2's drinking. He has got a little heart on it. If you go to Ko-fi, he has got a little heart. Because we all love coffee. Well, we don't all, but I do. There you go. Right, so he's drinking his coffee. Right, let's have a quick look. Right, Belton shooting a monster. R2 drinking coffee from Martha says, please can you draw Princess Leia? Right, okay, I can indeed. Right, okay, let's take a mental picture of that. Take a picture. Right, okay. So let's flick it over now. Okay, those are gone. Their characters gone. Right, let's get the old line in. No. Okay, right. Oh, look, tiny. I'm still going to do it. Still going to do the fish in the same place. And remember, if you did order a Nothing Below the Fish T-shirt, and when it comes, send me a photograph of you rocking that bad boy. I want to see what it looks like. I'm getting one as well. So maybe we could have a Nothing Below the Fish day where we all rock our Nothing Below the Fish T-shirts at the same time. Right. So I'm going to go. I'm going to switch colors. Switch color time. Okay. Got it. My daughter's been using my pens, and I've got an incredible amount of these colors here in the tub. Oh my word! It's like a festival of peach. Look at that. Okay. It's a peach festival. Right. So Princess Leia, you have to remember Princess Leia. She has, so I'm going to do her. She's very kind of calm. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do this way. First time anyone, could be wrong. I was going to say the first time anyone saw Princess Leia was in this form, but it actually isn't true. But the first time Luke saw Princess Leia was this way. So I'm going to do like that. So she's got a nose like that, and then she's got a thing like that. Okay, and then it's all you got to do is get in these cool couple little things, and somebody goes, "That's Princess Leia." Okay. So you haven't got to think, oh, but I don't know exactly how she looks, because, you get the little buns in there. It's Princess Leia. And then she has kind of like a collar thing like that. And then she's kind of got a thing, and then it's kind of flowy like that. And then, she's kind of coming down like that, flowing like that. And then don't really even see her feet. And then she's kind of like that. And then she's kind of got her arms behind her. She's kind of very proud, and then you've kind of got like that. And it's kind of like a flowy kind of thing like that. And that's Princess Leia. And then she said, so if you know, yes, she'll say, help me, Obi-Wan, you're my only hope. That's my Princess Leia. Carrie Fisher impression is quite good. Help me, Obi-Wan, you're my only Hope. Do you know what? I've not been challenging you guys. Feel free. Sorry, I totally forgot. I got so caught up in this that I've been challenging you guys. Feel free just to draw along with me today. Unless you want, a challenge, let me throw something at you now. I want you to draw me a duck with a space duck with a jetpack. A space duck with a jetpack. Okay. So let's go back to the bounty hunter shooting a monster while you're drawing a duck, a space duck with a jetpack. Okay, so bounty hunter shooting a monster. I'm going to go. So there's another bounty hunter who I liked called Dengar. Dengar. Okay, and he's kind of like a lizardy kind of guy, or kind of almost like a little bit of a crocodile-y kind of. He kind of got ears like that. I've kind of made him look like a bit like a pig. I literally can't stop myself now. So, but there you go. I'll throw that in there. He didn't really have a pig's. Well, he kind of did. They're actually separate. They were more separate, but I've done them together now. Let's not change it. You know, it's okay. It's okay. So, yeah, he had more like nostril kind of things like that. So he was more. If I was going to draw him again, I'm going to keep this one. If I was going to draw him again, he was more like that, like a crocodile kind of thing, like that. And then he's got his little ears like that. Okay. And then, you know, he's kind of got his teeth. It's Dengar, all right? He's called Dengar, and here he goes. And then he's okay. Let's see. He's got his blaster here. So he's coming here like that. Okay, and he's got his arm. He had these kind of like crossover kind of things like that. And then he's got his big blaster. And let's do it like that. And it's got like a thing. So again, just do these little, I just like to do these little things. And then, let's do it. You've got his other arm coming here from behind there. And then let's do a zarp. That's a good sound effect for a blaster. Zarp. And then you do like that kind of thing. Okay, look at that. And let's have him here. He's zarped up in, he had like a belt and all kinds of things going on. And he's got his, and then mine. He's fired his blaster so high. It's such a powerful blaster that he's taking him off the ground. Look at that. Okay, it's good to go. Okay, so and then we do. What was he drawing? We got some more coming in here. What was he doing? That's shooting a monster. Okay, so monsters, space monsters can be anything really, can't they? So let's do like that. He's a space monster. He's got teeth, and he's got kind of a tentacly kind of head. Let's have a look. There you go, Zarp, and then there you go. Okay, so that's that one there. So that's Dengar. So look him up if you know Dengar. You can look him up. And oh my word! All right, I'm going to come back to the comment section in a minute. Just going to take this call. It's Freestyle Fridays phone-ins. We know what happens. Hello. Oh my word! I can't believe it, ladies and gentlemen. It's Taylor Swift. It's pop sensation Taylor Swift. Oh my word, Taylor, how are you doing? Yeah. Are you staying well? Staying well. That's good to hear. It's good to hear. Yeah. No, we like my daughter Nancy. She loves your music. Yeah, love her. That one, and the set it off, shake it off. That one, not set it off. Yeah, all right, Taylor. Okay, calm down. Yeah, we love you in our house. Yeah, we watched your documentary. Yeah, well, I did. Me and my wife did. A few cheeky words in there. It wasn't really suitable for the kids, was it, Taylor? You got to think about that. Got to think about that. Keep it all ages, Taylor. Keep it all ages. Right. Well, it's great to have you. It's so cool that you're watching the show. Yeah, maybe be with you too. Okay, Taylor. All right. Okay. Yeah, that's a good request. All right. Everybody say bye to Taylor. Bye, Taylor Swift. Bye. Thanks for ringing. Bye. Oh my word, Taylor Swift. Well, we all know Taylor Swift. We know what she's like. She's a bit of a pop rascal, isn't she? Taylor Swift wants me to draw an Ewok. An Ewok, of course, they're cuddly. And Ewoks kind of like this. Basically, they're like little bears. They're little bears, and then you've kind of got a thing here like that. And, you've got like that. And then they have the head thing here, kind of like that. And then they've got the little bear ears. There you go. And this is Wicket. Okay? Extra points if you can tell me the actor that played Wicket. Okay, in Star Wars, in Return of the Jedi, if you know that, and he's got his little bear, he's got his little bear feet here, because not only is he a bear, but they're bear because they've got nothing on him. Okay, that's the thing. It's bare feet, bear. Okay, okay, and then he's got his little stick. He has his stick here like that. This is for you, Taylor. Okay, yeah, she's a big Return of the Jedi fan. If you look that up on Wikipedia, that's the truth. And there you go. There is Wicket for you. And let's just do a little tufts of grass because obviously Wicket likes to be on the Forest Moon of Endor. That's where he lives. Forest Moon of Endor. That is Wicket right there for you. How do you like that? Okay, good job, Taylor Swift. Thank you for ringing. Chewy, drinking water, wine, bottles of beer. Oh my word, how much stuff is Chewy consuming there? Okay, let's have a look. Well, because seeing as we're talking about drinks, I'm just doing a little off camera. One for me, one for my homies. Okay. Well, I appreciate your guess, but the spelling of that name is horrendous, so I can't give you the bonus points, I'm afraid, for Warwick Daves. Warwick Daves, that popular actor, Warwick Daves, unfortunately isn't Warwick Daves, it's Warwick Davis. Warwick Davis, I saw where you were coming from, but I just can't give you points for such terrible spelling. Right, so let's get what we're doing. Chewy, drinking water, okay? Chewy's drinking water, and he's happy. Chewy's happy. He's got his nose here like that. Chewy's got his nose, and then he's got his kind of things coming like that. And then Chewy's got his thing like that. That's his thing. And there's Chewy's lips, and he's coming down like that. And Chewy is, oh, look at that. He's got his water there. He's got his bottle. He's staying hydrated. One for Chewy, one for his homies. That's the way it goes. He's got his bottle there, and he's slurping it down because, you know, saving the galaxy with his friends is it's thirsty work. It's thirsty work. And so Chewie's, in fact, actually, let's keep this going. Chewie is now, he's here. He's got his like, oh, hang on a sec. Oh, we're nearly doing a crossing the legs thing. Yeah, the anatomy there is totally out of it. But hey ho, you know, hey ho the Mario, as they say. Okay, so there you go, Chewie there, and look at Chewie's leg. That's actually somebody else's leg coming in onto Chewie's leg, I think, if you look at that closely. But we don't mind. And then Chewie's got lots of bottles here because he's all about the hydration, and he likes wet whiskers, you know. He likes them, you know, and he's hanging out. This is actually drawn not long after the Battle of Endor in the Battle of Endor. Oh, come on, I'm only 8. You're only 8. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you were only 8. I thought it was the parent who's doing it. That's why I reprimanded the parent. Apologies to you. You did get it right. And there's your Chewy drinking water to celebrate. Okay. So we did a it for Taylor Swift. And comments are a little low on the old ground. Did I miss anybody here today? So what do we do? A hairy chicken in space. A hairy chicken in space. Well, that was from earlier, but let's go back to that. You know, let's go back to the hairy chicken in space. Let's pick another color. What are we going to pick here? We're going to go with the dark blue. You know, let's just throw in a space chicken here. Why not? You know, there probably is a space chicken in Star Wars. In fact, I'm thinking in The Force Awakens, there was something that kind of resembled a chicken of some sort. This is a hairy chicken. Or a hairless chicken, actually. This is a hairy chicken that lost its hair, James Meller. I think it was James who asked for this. This is a hairy chicken that lost its hair because it got blasted off. He was close by to this bounty hunter, the Dengar. Remember, it's called Dengar. And when Dengar blasted the monster, the hairy chicken was nearby and became basically a bit of a bald chicken. That's how that went down. So that's what happened. So it's a hairy space chicken. You know it's a space chicken because then you can add some little space kind of details, like a weird kind of spacey kind of collar thing like that. And then you could even do like a little thing coming off it like this. And these are just fun ways of adding extra bits to characters as well that you can do. So the minute you take something that's real and then you start doing things like this, you think people see that and think, well, why is that around the chicken's neck? You think, well, this is because it's a space thing. And maybe the chicken's got a belt on because it's a space character of some sort. So, you know, and these are just fun little things you can add to these drawings. That's a good one there. It's a good suggestion. Yeah, you can just start to add different elements to that can suddenly take a chicken to being a space chicken with some cool sort of sci-fi details. So Obi-Wan with the high ground, one of the craziest things ever that was ever said in Star Wars. And I know George is watching, but some of the things you did, George, some of the things you did were just crazy. I'm just going to come back to that one in a minute because I'm just going to draw this one here for my friend who kind of got the character right, but I reprimanded them for the spelling because I thought it was their parent, but it wasn't their parent. It was actually them, and so that's why they kind of got it wrong. And it's everyone's favourite slug kind of character. It's Jabba the Hutt. There he is. It's just disgusting. But he's a fun character to draw. He's got his tongue out. And then you just do that because he's just slimy. He's just slimy. You know, look at him. There he is. Jabba. Oh. There you go. Obi-Wan with the high ground. No one knows what that meant. I got the high ground. So basically, Obi-Wan beat Darth Vader because he had the high ground. He was higher up. He was higher up than Anakin was. And therefore, that meant that he could defeat his old friend, basically, in battle. It's a bit bizarre, but we let George off because he's George Lucas, and he did give us the amazing Star Wars saga, which, you know, we've had a few ropey films, but we've also had some amazing films, amazing Star Wars films, and some amazing Star Wars comics and cartoons. There's some great cartoons as well. If you're a Star Wars fan, you know, check everything out. Check out the whole thing, the whole 9 yards. So Obi-Wan with the high ground. So Obi-Wan with the high ground basically is this. Okay, so Obi-Wan is like this. And then he's kind of got little hair kind of like that. And he's got his hair. And then he had his beard like that. And it's like that. He's got his short hair. And then he's got his, let's get his light. So he's got his hand coming in here. Okay. And then he's got his lightsaber like that. And then it's coming off here. And I'm going to do it in this colour. I'll just change up the colour. I think he had a blue lightsaber at this point. I get mixed up sometimes. He had the blue one. He did. And then he's got his arm here. And then, you know, he's got his kind of Jedi kind of thing. And he didn't have the long robes on this point. That was when he was older. So here he is. He's got his legs like that. And then he's got his Jedi boots, boots. That's how you do boots. Whenever you do boots, you've got to go boots like that. Okay. And so he's there. And he's a bit hot because if you remember, they're on the planet Mustafar. Okay. Where Vader is, where he's going to end up living in later years. If you've seen Rogue One or anything like that, that's where he was on Mustafar. Okay. And then he's basically down here, kind of like that. You know, he's stood on this kind of thing. He's got the high ground. Yeah, he's got the high ground. One of the greatest battles in space history was won because he had the high ground. And then you've got the lava slopping here like that. Okay. And yeah, I'm not doing Anakin because basically you said Obi-Wan with the high ground. So we're leaving Anakin off because he was a bit of a whinger, wasn't he, really? And there he is. That's everyone there. Look at that. Oh man, we missed it. Oh man, we missed it. Oh my word, you missed it. Oh my word, we've got somebody coming in last minute, Incredible Ted. Any chance of a last minute Chewbacca? We did a Chewbacca a minute ago, but because you're here, I can't deny you. A Chewbacca. We've only got 5 minutes, guys, as well. So let's throw in a Chewie here. And any others you might have, any other suggestions that you might have, feel free to just get those in fast because the show is nearly over. It's gone fast today, even though we've not had that many requests today. You guys, you must be all doing something else. We'd be outside, maybe celebrating, having a picnic in the garden. I don't blame you. It's nice out there. So this is Chewie, and Chewie's like that. Okay, he's got his hands coming like that, and then he's got his other arm like that. You can keep doing the impression as long as you want and then he's got his belt like that. Okay, that's his little belt like that, and he's got his little bag. I always like Chewie. I think Chewie's got his sandwiches in that bag, or as we did before, because we're drawing Chewbacca drinking water. Maybe that's where Chewie keeps his water bottle to keep hydrated, and he's got his hairy arms like that, and then he's got his. We're going to do Chewie like this. We're going to do him like that. He's got his leg. He's got his leg up like that, because that's how Chewie likes to stand. He's got his hairy knees. You know, just like some of your parents, they've got hairy knees. And so is Chewbacca. There he is there. Look at him. He's almost dancing. He's striking a pose. We did a Jabba the Hutt, but he's coming in now with all these suggestions. You know, finally, he's coming in. He's a little bit late, but it's all right. Let's just do it. Let's do another Jabba. There's a Jabba there. Whoop, hang on a sec. Oh, we've got a couple of guests here. Hang on a second. They're coming in late as well. Hang on 1 second. Here we go. Jabba the Hutt's here. Who have we got here? Oh, well, who have we got? Oh, we've got some flags flying for VE Day. Wave it around. Look at that. Thank you very much, Florence. Have you got a Star Wars character you'd like me to draw?
Can you draw an Ewok?
An Ewok. Okay, I can draw you an Ewok. Shall I draw it right now while you're waiting? Here you go. Here's an Ewok. We did one a minute ago. A little bear. Remember, they're basically little bears, aren't they? And they have the little thing like that. And then, oh, watch out for my bald spot. And there's an Ewok there, and there you go. There's an Ewok for you, Florence. Okay, and who else have we got here? Oh, it's Carly Simon. Hello, Carly Simon. Where's your hat? She's got her flag as well. Beautiful. What Star Wars character would you like, Carly?
Please, can you draw?
Anybody you've got an idea of?
Could you draw Kira from Solo?
Kira from Solo. That's a curveball one. Thanks a lot, Nancy. All right, thanks for coming. Take care. Kira from the film Solo. That's a good film. They're nice flags. We've made some flags.
Can I see what to draw it?
Can you see how to draw Kira? The Kira, I can't really. She's kind of like.
She's very pretty. She's got a ponytail.
She's got a
fluffy coat.
She's got a ponytail and a fluffy coat. She's kind of like. She's smiling like that, and her hair is like this. Isn't her hair like that?
I want to watch.
Is her hair like that? Oh, I can't think.
That looks like Mummy more.
It looks more like Mummy. It does look like Mummy. Well, you said she's very pretty. There you go. She looks like
Mummy.
She looks like Mummy in a fluffy suit. There you go. Fantastic.
That looks nothing like her.
Oh, there you go. I'm so sorry. They can't even
Can
see. She's got a ponytail. You can draw her better.
Yeah.
Go on, then you draw her right there then.
I draw one?
Hang on. You draw in there. Boba Fett with his skyrocket. All right, okay. Take your time.
Can I stand underneath so I can see?
Hang on. You come around here. Oh my word, stage invasion.
Okay, I see her. I see her drawing.
Well, don't lead so they can see.
I can see her.
Yeah. Oh yes, I remember the ponytail now. Well done, Nancy. Well done. Look at that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I remember that.
You're watching. Keep going. All right. You're nearly done. There you go. Oh, nice lips. What's that? Oh, those are her cheeks. How beautiful. Yeah. Look at that. And she's waving. Hi, Solo. There you go. Oh, look at that. There you go. Words first.
Wait.
Balloon afterwards. I love you. Oh, Solo. All right, good job. Right, she's done it. Let's do the balloon. Right, okay. Watch out. Watch the ball. Right, okay. Right, Florence is going to do an R2D2. Do a quick R2D2 there, Florence, and then yeah, go on, in you go. Quick R2D2. It's all right, we can see. Oh, we'll nip back. We'll move back when Florence is finished, and we'll show you the big reveal. All right. Oh yeah, good job. Yeah. Oh, there you go. And remember what his legs? He has little legs like that come down with little flat feet.
Daddy, on the computer I can't.
Yeah, kind of like that. They come out the side. Yeah, that's all right. That's fine. All right.
Does he have hands?
He doesn't have hands, no. I'm doing big feet on the end of his legs, and then we're done. All right. Look at that. I love it. Sweet. Beautiful. Right, may the 8th be with you, Florence.
Yeah.
Right, take your flag. There you go. Take your flag. It's there. Go on.
May the 100. May the 100. Wait, Daddy, I have one more thing.
Right, one more thing. Right, go on your way. Thanks for coming. Take care. Bye. Oh my word. Right, we can finish off with. Right, we're going to finish off with one more. Boba Fett with his skyrocket. Okay, we're going to finish off with the Boba Fett. We're going to stick him here. Okay, we actually started off the show with a Mandalorian. So if you watch it back, Incredible Ted, you'll be able to see some of the other things that we drew as well earlier. And then I've got his thing coming in here, and he's kind of got his rocket. I'm trying to think how his rocket. Oh yeah, it was on his backpack, and then he's kind of got his thing like that. He's coming across Obi-Wan's lightsaber, but that's okay. We don't mind. He won't mind. He's got the high ground, remember? Whatever that meant. There we go. And he's doing like that. He's waving. Oh, there you go. There you go. Because he's heading off to get Han Solo. But what ends up happening is basically, as you know, he ends up falling in the Sarlacc pit. And there you go. And there he is there. Look at that. Fantastic. Oh, my word. Well, this is absolutely whizzed along now. Thank you so much for joining in and all your fantastic suggestions. I'm sorry, I got so carried away with it all. I forgot to keep sending more things back to you. So hopefully you've been doing something. Maybe you've been copying some of these as well. I'm just looking at everyone's head. It looks like it's been chopped off here. Let's see, maybe it did get chopped off. Maybe that's what happened. Oh my word, it's come off his body. Oh my word, look at that. Yeah. Don't worry, you've not missed it. You can watch it again. You can watch it again. I'll be back on Wednesday, and it's following Wednesday with another demonstration. I'll talk you through certain things. So this week we did Spatial Adventure. Next week I'll come up with something new for that. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do yet, but it's going to be fun. Don't you worry about that. Please share with me your drawings, your Star Wars drawings. Again, it was May the 8th. May the 8th be with you today. And yes, if you've got, you've got a spare minute this weekend, maybe watch a Star Wars film. Let me know which one you enjoyed the most. And yes, any and all support for this channel is very much appreciated. Whether it be buying comics, dropping me cyber coffees, and whatever you can do, it's all appreciated. It keeps this channel moving. And yes, so read lots of comics, make lots of comics, stay well, keep out of trouble, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Okay, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.